Hey. Hello, all you cats and kittens. As God, I've gone back to the days of the Tiger King in early lockdown. Did anyone see the Tiger King? It was all the rage. And earlier on in the pandemic, I actually even did a COVID character of Carol Boston. It was pretty funny. Welcome. This is another edition of Siobhan's SparkUp Kitchen at a special time of noon. I might keep it at noon. I'm not sure. But hello and welcome. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Siobhan and I am coming to you live from just outside Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where it's probably a balmy 16 degrees. I don't know what has happened to our weather. Someone has taken our weather and switched it with somebody else's weather around the world. I don't know where. I don't know what. I just had a friend text me and say she was wearing 4 layers of clothing and she's on the island, Vancouver Island. What is this nonsense? So who am I before we get started? And what am I doing in a kitchen? Well, I am the fun coach. That's right. I'm a certified laughter yoga leader. I am a certified life coach. And I'm also certified in culinary arts. And try as I might, I can't shake this cooking thing. Like, I am focused on laughter yoga. I am focused on life coaching and bringing you to your best you. But I can't let go of this cooking because I love the kitchen. I love talking in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. I love showing people how to cook. I like talking about cooking. I love food. It's endless. And what is today? It's muffin day. It's Muffin Thursday. Woo. Now, I will tell you selfishly that we needed muffins in our house. And we do have recipes that we use for muffins. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to change it up and I'm going to do muffins and I'm going to do them in the kitchen because it was timely. It's Thursday. It's SparkUp Thursday. And here we are. And as the description says, these healthy honey oat muffins have no flour, no oil, no sugar, and they're gluten-free. Like, what? So let's get started. Oh, wait. Oh, that was my oven going off. And I do have 10 minutes where I actually have to let the oats soak. So I'm going to get that started so I can at least get these in the oven within the half hour. All right. So we have got all of our ingredients laid out here. I've done some pre-work. This is oatmeal. This is oatmeal that I have ground. It's large flaked old-fashioned oats that I have put in the food processor to grind it to a fine flour. And we're going to mix all of our dry ingredients together first because we have this as a flour, but then we also have the whole oats as well going in here. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do the flour here, and then I am going to do the dry oats as well in one bowl. And I need another bowl. I'm sorry. One moment as I disappear into my tickle trunk and get another bowl. And if you hear any crashing or banging around, it's just me. No, I don't really have a bowl per se. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wet ingredients in here. Why don't I have proper bowls? Well, we've moved in January, so that's about 5 months ago. And we haven't dug everything out of our storage unit or out of a couple of kitchen boxes. So I'm going to mix our wet ingredients in here, then pour them into here. And I'm broadcasting on several channels right now. I'm on YouTube. I'm on my personal page and I'm on my community page. And if you're watching and if you've made any comments and I don't see you, it's because I can't see your comments. That said, I should really bring myself up here. Oh, my husband is muffins. Yay me. Yeah, so I am going to, my husband's watching and he says muffins. Yay me. So I'm going to put my phone right there so I can see when the comments come in. So, and they're new ones, honey. They're new ones. We haven't made these yet. We haven't had these. So I've got my oats and my oatmeal in here. And it floats the oats. And I'm also going to, for right now, let's add our wet ingredients together. Now, the trick is to have your ingredients at room temperature. I found that out. So they are all at room temperature. So I've got my eggs. So I'm going to mash my eggs. I'm going to throw my eggs in here. Eggs are thrown in here. Eggs, I've got milk, which is an almond milk. I've got an almond milk in here. All this stuff was pre-measured because I was actually thinking this time to actually pre-measure and pre-blend so I didn't have all that noise going on. And we've got that. I've got my honey here as well. Honey is the sweetener for this. Like I said, there's no sugar. And honey and or molasses, some agave syrup. You know, there are so many alternatives to refined white sugar these days that if you're not trying them or if you haven't incorporated them into your baking or your mixing, well, you know, I'm not one to you know, smack anybody's fingers. All right, so the honey is in here now. But I'm also going to add the vanilla in here, and then I'm going to mix it up. So the vanilla, of course, is I think a teaspoon of vanilla, which I'm going to do right now. 2 teaspoons of vanilla, which I am going to do right now once I find my teaspoon or a tablespoon. Now, I didn't say I was an expert chef. Yeah, I might have my culinary arts diploma, but that doesn't mean I'm an expert chef. And sometimes I like to splooge things in there and I don't really measure sometimes. And in baking, I know measuring is very important, but sometimes for muffins, I really think we can get away with not having everything precise. It's not a freaking souffle. So I'm going to start mixing this together now, my wet ingredients, which is an egg and honey, almond milk. There we go, mixing it all up, and vanilla. And so my recipe, because I am looking at a recipe because this is new, it says to add the dry ingredients to the wet and allow to sit for 10 minutes. So I'm actually going to do it in this bowl here. So I've mixed this. I've got my dry ingredients in here, and I'm going to mix that in with that. And this has actually got to soak in for 10 minutes, but I don't really know if I'm going to let it soak for 10 minutes. We'll see how that goes. So here we go. I've got this mixed in, and we're still going to be adding more. I still have a lot of things to add in. And I'm also adding flaxseed in there. I've got some ground flaxseed, and I'm adding some flaxseed in there because it's, again, added nutritional bonus right here. Wow, I was just going to try to see if I could find anybody else. Oh, there's my husband. Oh, I'm talking. You know, that's a kind of weird, bizarre thing. I guess I can't pause myself, so I'm just gonna calm myself down. Now, it says to let these sit, so I'm just going to let these sit for just about 10 minutes, maybe not even 10 minutes. And what else am I adding to these muffins? Well, I'm going to add some seeds and nuts. And again, having that extra nutrition, seeds and nuts. Going to add some chocolate chips in there as well. And of course, then all the wet ingredients, the dry ingredients, the salt. Oh, I didn't even do that. Okay. So I actually did not mix any of my salt, my cinnamon, my magic baking powder, or anything in there. And if you have been following along, you might know that I've been a little distracted lately in my real life. So, oh my God. So God knows now what this is going to end up like. But you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Honestly, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's get that in there right now too. Okay, that looks about half. Honest to gosh, I'll be amazed if these muffins turn out. We'll see. Here we go, and we've also got baking soda, salt, and cinnamon. So let's go here now. Let's put the cinnamon in there. Who knows how much cinnamon that is? I do not know. And salt. Who knows how much salt that is? Again, I don't know, but we're going to stir that up again. Oh my God. I know. When you're making muffins, it's supposed to be all wet ingredients and then all dry ingredients in there. But, you know, sometimes that doesn't happen. And, you know, I wanted to share a little bit about what's been going on for people who may be watching on YouTube or not caught up with the story. And again, I'm going to spare a lot of details here to protect the identities of the people that are involved, because this is a late breaking story that has broken out on Monday night / Tuesday when I got my results back from Ancestry.com. And, when I've started telling people about this, I was quite surprised, even though it's taken me most of my life. It's taken me 30 years, over 30 years to get to the point, not when I was ready, but when I could. It took me 30 years. And not because I wasn't ready, but because I couldn't. And the amount of people that told me that I was brave and that they were afraid and that they would never do it themselves, or that they just didn't care. So it's been a really enlightening journey as I take these steps into the foray of finding my biological father and what that uncovers. And there were so many of my friends who didn't even know that my father was not my father. So I found out at a very young age, well, not very young age, I was 17, 18, when I found out, and it was a family secret. And, that's about all I can say on that right now. And it's a family secret that unfortunately my father who raised me did not know. And so that was my reason for waiting until he passed away. He passed away in 2018. And it still took me another 3 years. Well, what is it? 2018, 19, 20, 20, almost 4 years, 3.5 years to do it. And I had thought about it on and off, like, here's my chance. But yeah, I guess there was a little bit of fear in there. There was a little bit of mystery. And, somebody even said to me, well, if you do this, what if it turns out, because my mother had given me a name, but what if it turned out that she had lied, which wouldn't have been surprising, and it was like my next door neighbor, which at that time I hadn't even thought about it. But my gosh, I am sure that happens more than we know, is that people, and maybe that's what everybody's afraid of, or a lot of people might be afraid of, is who am I going to find out I'm related to? Now, the thing with Ancestry.com, is that people already need to be in the system. So, if you don't have your spit in the system, then you won't find anybody. And the only reason that I found people was because they had sent their spit off. And honestly, that's all I can say about it right now. Again, until such time when I can tell you more, I will. But until then, it remains another family secret. I'm laughing about it because what else can you do? And honestly, laughter is my business. And I will tell you straight up that if I hadn't had laughter this past week, I don't know what I would have done. Laughter has certainly saved me and grounded me. And I am not even really still grounded. I'm up here with my emotions and with processing information, with adrenaline and cortisol and prefrontal cortex overload. So any laughter that I can do to get that vagus nerve going to calm my parasympathetic nervous system, well, I'm going to do it. All right, you know what? I'm gonna say that this is good enough. I've let this soak for a while, and I've let everything go in here. So this is the point too, where we're gonna add some more ingredients to our mixture. It's funny. My husband, when we can make the same muffin recipe, and tell me if this is true for you in the comments. We can make the exact same muffin recipe using the exact same ingredients. And my husband can get a dozen muffins out of the mix. Me? 9, 10 on a good day if they're really small. And I don't know what it is. We do everything the same. And then he said, well, are your ingredients room temperature? And to be honest, no, they hadn't been room temperature. So I started making them room temperature. Still only getting 10 or 11. So I really don't know what he's doing. He is the baker of the family. He makes our bread. He makes muffins occasionally. Like, he is the guy. But I pitch in every once in a while, you know, like the good wife that I am. Are you still watching, Graham? I'm just looking here. Hi, Tina. How are you? I know I have to look at my phone because I think that the people who are watching on my profile right now, I can't see their comments. So I can see your comments, or at least I can see that Tina is watching. So thank you for watching. So I think that this has absorbed. It said 10 minutes. I'm about at 8 minutes now. And this is where we add our additional seeds and nuts if we're going to add them, which I am. And, you know, Mountain Peak, look at that. It's got everything that you really want. If I wanted more raisins or coconut or anything, I would have picked that up. But you know what? This is just fine. I'm going to add a bunch in. Again, I don't measure. Maybe that's why I'm only getting nine muffins. But I'm going to throw a bunch in. And I'm suddenly going to make this unhealthy. Well, not unhealthy, because everything in moderation. But you know what I've been really enjoying? A little bit of chocolate chips. Oh, yes, my friends. I have been really enjoying a little bit of chocolate chips in my muffin. Not a whole lot, but you know what? Just a little bit. Never hurt anybody. But again, totally optional. You know, that might end up being 1 chip per muffin. I don't know. But I'm going to take this now and I'm going to mix those together. And then this is my muffin mix. And I can tell by looking at it, it's not going to be 12 muffins. But that is okay. I don't mind. I don't mind that it's not 12. You know, I really don't mind. I only eat muffins, you know, every other day or something like that. I'm not a daily muffin eater. I could be. But I'm not, just because sometimes I get lazy and I don't want to be making muffins to keep up with my muffin eating, to be honest with you. That's why I always take it a little bit at a time. Oh, thank you, Tita. And you know, our kitchen isn't even really, we've started. The only thing that we have done so far is bring in our new appliances. This stuff is all going to go. These brown countertops are all going to go. And over here, you see this is our secret, because we don't have a pantry in this kitchen. So we've got everything, all our pantry ingredients are on bookshelves hidden by folding shelves. But I wanted to get our outside done first and have a seating area outside before we got into the chaos of renovations. And honestly, I didn't know if my mental health could handle, right after the change of moving, another disruption of chaos with kitchen renos. So we've just put that on the back burner for a little bit. We're managing okay with the size that this kitchen is. So it's not terrible. I'm just walking over here right now and I'm going to grab some spray coconut oil, and I'm just going to spray. I just sprayed a little bit of my pans here, my muffin tins, because we don't use the paper little cups, and away we go. So I'm just going to spoon a little bit, as you can see. Spooning. I'm spooning the muffin goodness into the muffins. I've added, like I said, I added my ingredients. I also added, like I also said, flaxseed ingredients, ground flaxseed. I could also add chia seeds if I wanted to, but I didn't want to add too much, although I easily could have. All right, so going along here. So like I said, no flour, gluten-free. These are also gluten-free oats. Oh, I'm going to get more muffins. Yay! You know, it really is the small things. And the fact that I got 10 muffins out of this instead of 9. And you watch, my husband will make the exact same recipe and he'll get 2 more out of it. And I don't know why. So here we go. And maybe he puts more stuff in it too, right? Like there is the possibility, of course, that he's putting more seeds and nuts and fruits and all that stuff into it. So there we have the muffins. And what I'm going to do is I have a little bit of extra oats left over, and I'm going to sprinkle those on top. Here we go. A light sprinkle. And, and if you wanted to, you can do anything with these muffins. If you wanted to add a little brown sugar, which would take away from my no flour, no sugar, no oil, no gluten premise here of not having any granulated sugar. And I don't really need toppings on my muffins. They're nice every once in a while, but honestly, a little sprinkle of the oatmeal and we're set. So these are going to go in. Look at these, and they're not going to be ready by the end of this broadcast right here, but look at those. They look fantastic. And I'm going to stick them in the oven right now. Woohoo! Sticking them in the oven, and I'm going to set the time. I hope you got a nice ass shot there. And I believe these are going in, so they're in a 350 oven, and they are going in 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer, oven timer, for 20 minutes. Now, the one thing with this timer, there we go. Oh, it's a very touchy timer. Sorry, it's a very touchy timer. You press it and the time goes like 10, 20, 30, 40, or you try to press it one at a time and it's a lot of pressing to get the 1, 2, 3, and then you kind of hold it. It goes 10, 20, 30, 40. So first world problems, right? My oven timer is touchy. Yeah. So, that's about it for Siobhan's SparkUp Kitchen today. My gosh, the muffins are in the oven. I have used all my ingredients, which is great. I might even put to rest the fact that the wet ingredients and dry ingredients together. You saw me. I had to put in those dry ingredients after. Muffins don't work well without baking soda or baking powder. Especially we're not using flour. We've used oatmeal as our base, and we're going to see how they turn out. I added cinnamon. I've added some extra of this, and of course a little bit of chocolate chips, and I'm telling you, these are going to be so delicious coming out of the oven. So yeah, I think that might be it. I will tell you what I'm up to. Siobhan's SparkUp Laughter is going to be at the ALS Walk this Saturday in Bear Creek Park. ALS annual fundraising walk. I'm going to be leading them in a warm-up before they start their walk. And I am so honored and excited to be doing that. If you've ever been on one of these charity walks, they get a lovely personal trainer or someone to come out and stretch and get them warmed up. But honestly, where's the fun in that? Think of the craziness I can have these people doing. Oh, we're going to warm up our arms. Okay, now I want you to laugh. I'm going to do that. That is the beauty. And that's why they wanted something a little different. So I am thrilled to be doing that. And what else am I doing? I'm going to be coming live to you. Again, I'm going to come live. I'm coming live every day in June. And why is that? Because I've missed you. I've missed this. I've missed community, camaraderie, and laughter. That's really it in a nutshell. Building a community with camaraderie, building a safe place here. And honestly, for my own mental health, as well as maybe yours. Oh my goodness, people. Well, it has been a great time here with you today. It is 12:26, so I'm going to leave off a little early, 4 minutes early. Nothing says this has to be 30 minutes. I really want to thank you for joining me, and whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching in my community or on my page, thank you so much for watching me. I'm going to come to you live tomorrow early in the morning. Maybe we'll we'll do another power pose. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to be up to something though tomorrow morning, and we shall see you then. Thank you so much. Please enjoy your Thursday. I'll come on. I'll show you my muffin when I'm done. I might just do a little added live at the end when it's out so you can see it, because I know how invested you are in the finished product. In the meantime, everybody, happy Thursday, and we'll see you soon. Bye.